In light of everything that's taken place in our world, I keep having the same question asked over and over again. People are asking, especially those of us who are here on this side of the state as opposed to the side that's been devastated. People keep asking, what can we do and what should we say? And those two things are both tied together. First of all, what can we do? What can we do for our friends who are suffering? What can we do for individuals who are walking through difficult times? Many of us remember what it was like in a very personal way, what it was like to walk through tragedy. I'd remind you that one of the things that people simply need to be reminded is the simple truth that God is our refuge. The psalmist tells us in Psalm 46, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. We need to help people just remember that God is there for them, that God is there to encourage and strengthen them. And perhaps today you're walking through a difficult time. You may be experiencing a challenge not because of the storm, but you may be experiencing a challenge because of the pandemic, or perhaps there's something going on in your life. Perhaps there's a challenge at work or a challenge at home. You may be experiencing a financial trouble. I'd encourage you that at all times, you and I have the opportunity to seek refuge, to go to God and to know without any question that He is a God who is able and that He's a God who can help us. The word that's used for refuge is a very visual word that reminds us of a place where we can go and hide. It's like finding a place out of the storm, a place of protection. It doesn't mean that the storm necessarily is going to dissipate, but it does mean that in the midst of the storm we have great safety. Oftentimes a ship would come into harbor not to avoid the storm, but in order to have a safe place to weather the storm. God is our refuge and strength. He is the place that we can go no matter what takes place in this world. He is the place that we can go and find refuge. I'd remind you the promise of the scripture is that God is our refuge and strength. God will give us the strength to make it through the days ahead, to make it through challenging days as well as good days, if we seek our refuge in Him. My good news today for you is the simple truth. God is our refuge and strength. If you find someone who's walking through a very difficult time, pray for them. Pray earnestly. Pray that they will find that they can have a refuge in God. And then remind them that God is there for them. God is our refuge and strength. May God bless you.